because I'm pretty... How many campaigns have you played already, Otto? uh, isn't Noda like poop colored brown? I at least I think it was in earlier games. I don't know. I don't know. Now let's leave blood magic for later on, or not. Now let's get blood magic. Fucking Alistair, so freaking weak. What level is he? 13. Okay. Holy Smite. Holy Smite is really good. Does Alistair have tactic slots? He sure does. Okay, next level up. I give him this with 32 strength. For now, let's give him this and mental fortress. I need to think out this. Yellow and black, really. Light yellow. Maybe I was confusing it with diarrhea. Diarrhea color. Not poop. What was the mistake? If you don't mind me asking. The history of Ferelden. Okay, Ferelden as we think of it now did not exist before the Exalted Age. Instead, the valley was divided up into dozens of old Alamarri clans. They warred constantly with one another over land, honor, and the allegiance of freeholders. And on one notable occasion, the name given to a favorite Maori. And then in the 33rd year of the Exalted Age, Kaldenhat Teirin became the turn of Denerim, and everything changed. Most of what we know about the founding of our nation comes from old songs that bards passed down through the ages. The songs are filled with wild exaggerations and outright lies, but this hardly differs from the scholarly papers of some of my contemporaries. There is no agreement among poets or scholars on how did he do it. But Callan had gained the support of the Circle of Mage, and they crafted for him a suit of silvery white armor that, by all accounts, repelled both arrow and blade. Callan had led his army across the valley and captured Redcliffe, one of the only three men who ever successfully laid siege to that fortress, and presented himself to the bands of the landsmith as their king. The poets tell us every lord knelt before Calenhad without question. The fact is that he attended the landsmith surrounded by ash warriors and loyal mages of the circle. Is generally omitted from the ballads, however. From Calenhad came the line of Thayrin kings and queens who reigned uninterrupted until the 44th year of the Blessed Age, when the Orlesian invasion came. The rightful king was forced to flee the Nerim, and for 70 years a puppet sat on the throne. From Ferelden, Folklore and History by Sister Petrine. The Blight, Chapter 2, The Mad Rises. People today have little concept of the consequence of the second sin. Oh, believe me when I say that when asked, pious, chantry-going folk will curse the use of foul magic, spitting and snapping their fingers. But none live today who actually remember the horror that was unleashed so very long ago. Whatever records might have existed regrettably, they did not survive the chaos and ignorance that was to follow. We have only the tales of survivors handed down through the murky ages and the dogma of the chantry that to instruct us, and that is precious little indeed. I believe I'm not understating when I say that the second sin unleashed the bane of all life upon Thedas. The Darkspawn are more virulent than the worst plague, and heartless, a heartless force of nature that came into our world like ill wind. We know from accounts of later blights, as these darkspawn invasions came to be called, there has a more appropriate name existed, that the darkspawn spread disease and famine wherever they tread. The earth itself is corrupted by their presence, the sky rolling with angry black clouds. I do not exaggerate, my friends, when I say that a mass gathering of darkspawn is an omen of dread cataclysm. It is said that those cursed magisters who became the first darkspawn scratched at the very earth to find solace in the darkness of the dwarven deep roads, and there in the shadows they multiplied, whether by intelligent design or by some last vestige of worship in their minds. They attempted to locate the old gods they had once served. They found what they sought, Dumat, first among the old gods, once known as the Dragon of Silence, before the Maker imprisoned him and all his brethren beneath the earth for the first sin, usurping the Maker's place in mankind's heart. Ah, what do you know? That's the first sin. The slumbering dragon awoke, freed from the Maker's prison by his twisted followers, and became corrupted himself. Dumat was transformed into a first archdemon, his great and terrible power given will by a rotting unholy mind. With the Axbone horde following, Dumat rose and took wing in the skies once again, bringing ruin to the world the Maker had created. The old god had become the eye of a dark storm that would ravage the entire world. From the Tales of Destruction of Thedas by Brother Gingivitis, Chantry Scholar. Okay, Takeda attacked your other ally. You sided with Takeda. You refused the military allies? Why? Why did you refuse the Iki clan? What? The shogunate didn't join the fray? Well, you could ally them. You were in war. You, you were in war. You could even use them as meat to the Oda armies. send them into the meat grinder of the war, weaken them, and then betray them later on. So I don't know what happens if you betray people. I'm sure your reputation takes a big hit. Connor Waring. I feel like I'm sleeping, but I guess I'm not. That's what I would have done. Tried to weaken them by putting them in a very bad position in the war. But maybe that would have failed as well. While most bands and arts of Ferelden cart their children with them to the landsmith in the interest of eventually marrying them off, Connor has spent his entire life at Redcliffe, and it is hardly surprising the child possessed the gift of magic. By law, he should have been taken to the Circle of Magi as at the first sign, abdicating his claim to Redcliffe. Instead, the boy was kept out of public view and his magic hushed up, with disastrous results. All mages are beacons that attract the attention of fate spirits. Because of this, they are trained and tested by the Circle to ensure that they can withstand attacks of malevolent fate creatures that seek entry into the waking world. Untrained Connor drew the attention of a powerful demon that tore the veil asunder. He was freed from the demon's power at a terrible price, the cost of his mother's life. Connor himself will be sent to a circle where he will no longer endanger innocent people. I guess the Hattori clan is geographically in the middle of Japan, maybe? Aveline, the Knight of Orlais. Aveline was born to an Orlesian farmer near the city of Okay, it's basically what she said, but whatever. Eileen was born to an Orlesian farmer near the city of Halamshiral in the early half of the Storm Age. She was a large and ugly baby, and her father had hoped for a boy. Not wanting another mouth to feed, the farmer left Eileen in the woods to die from the exposure. A traveling band of Danish elves came upon the crying child. The elves took her in their clan and raised her as their own. They taught her archery, dueling, and survival skills. When she became of age, she was larger and stronger than most women, let alone elven women. Her adoptive parents knew she was a fine warrior, so they encouraged her to enter a human tournament in the nearby Mont Simard. But women were not permitted to join the knighthood in Orlais, nor to compete in tournaments. So Aveline joined the tournament as a man. Her clan forged a suit of armor with a full helm and gave her an ironbark sword of the finest quality. Aveline entered the competition claiming to be a knight of Antigua. She refused to doff her helmet during the archery competition, even during the archery competition. And sure enough, I'll invested many other knights until in the Grand Melee she came upon Kaleiva, a knight who served the Emperor and was considered the finest in the land. Kaleiva was determined not to be beaten and struck swiftly and strongly. As Eileen matched each of his blows, Kaleiva grew even more frustrated. Finally, in desperation, he tripped Eileen and threw her to the ground. The blow knocked her helm off her head, and Kaleiva was shamed. He called to have the competition declared invalid, but the crowd booed and jeered. In anger, Kaleiva turned and slew Aveline as she was helpless. The son of the emperor, Priest Freyen, was also present at the tourney. He had he had too been beaten by Aveline, but he recognized her skill and bravery and was saddened by the injustice of her death. Upon sitting Upon rising to Emperor's seat in 744 Storm, Freyan abolished the law that disallowed women from joining the Orlesian knighthood and posthumously knighted Aveline. Although women in Orlesian knighthood are still a rarity today, all those who become knights revere Sir Aveline as her patron. Aveline, Knight of Orlais, by Lord Francois Maigny, 8-4 Blessed.
Oh, there's so much to be cleaned up. I don't want to even think about what happened here.
As you say.
Hello, Viceros, how are you? Well, they are not really long. They are just little snippets. It's not like Skyrim. Those are long books. They aren't long? Okay. I always thought they were one of the longest books there in gaming. Ah, so what was it? Hathori? Whatever. They were small, but they had subterfuge as a weapon. Yes, Blarg, I managed it that day you were watching. At the very end of that cast, I managed to kill them. Didn't you see it? Yeah, I did manage. It's at the very end of the last cast. Maybe you can take a look. Well, I was going to talk to Joe and yes, Blark, that's exactly what it means. The soul is dead as she should be, and the boy has been sold to a demon, as it should be. Yeah, I guess that, Bottom, that it's not. If you betray someone, it's not just. Ah, yeah, I'm going to betray you. There are consequences.
They're keeping me here until the Arl revives. If he revives. I suppose that's better than nothing.
Yeah. It's like, don't mind me. I betrayed them, but I will never do the same to you. Nursery rhymes. I like that. I like that because then I can fancy myself as a bard and sing. Alright. Off we go to the what? To the camp.
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened at Redcliffe.
I think it turned quite well, don't you? Oh, what a douche.
You let Lady Isolde sacrifice herself with blood magic. How could you do that?
You think I should have killed the little boy instead?
We could have gone to the Circle of Magi. We could have tried harder. We should have tried something that didn't involve blood magic. That's for sure. This is the Jarl's son we're talking about here. What do you think he'll say when we revive him?
He'll see that there were larger things at stake.
I just don't know how you could do it, how you could make that decision. I owe the Jarl more than this.
So this is about you and him, and not me at all.
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. I suppose it's done, isn't it? And it'll have to be enough. Oh, why am I getting on your back about it? You did what you had to. It's just... all this death. Never mind. Let's just stop there before I do more than shove my foot in my mouth like an idiot.
Again disapproves? What a fucking asshole. Twice disapproves. Okay. Yeah, didn't they use as their primary weapon some sort of pike? I think it was a pike. Or a very, very long sword. Okay, time to distribute gifts. First and foremost. A semi-size, huh? How many weapons do a samurai own? That is amazing. Okay, let's see. Yeah, how many weapons do a samurai own? I think that's for this guy. Sten.
Unexpected. Thank you.
Okay. The Garrins, that's for... Win.
Oh, marvelous.
Small silver ring. Could be for Morrigan, but I don't know what I could gain by giving her more things. Blue satin shoes, that sounds something for Leliana. What does it say? Powder, blue satin shoes with long ribbons that circle the ankle, gold lace trim, dangling gold charm shaped like poppies. Yeah.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Okay. The silver sword of mercy. Could this be for fucking Alistair? Okay, this is for Sten, certainly. This painting portrays 2 to 4. Holy shit. Holy Mother of Jesus. This painting portrays a battle between Orlais and Ferelden. The royal queen with fiery red hair has climbed atop a ruined chariot and is holding aloft her battle standard.
Unexpected. Thank you.
This is for Leliana, but I haven't talked to her about it, so I won't give it to her. Could this be for the fucking Alistair? I will give this to Alistair. Okay. Warm. He's warm to me. Okay. Leliana is neutral. Fucking Alistair. I haven't played a Total War game since... What was it? Medieval. That was the last I played. Medieval 1, I think. No, that was a replay. I did play Rome when it came out originally. Well, a few years after that, but I mean a long time ago. I played Medieval 1. Was it Medieval 2? No, since Medieval 2. Since Medieval 2, not 1, actually. Because Medieval 1 had the same map as Medieval... as Shogun. Yeah. I think it was Shogun, Medieval, then Rome, then Medieval 2. I think that's where I stopped playing, in Medieval 2. Because my computer couldn't handle it. Okay, time to sell shit. Minor strength. Okay.
It will be done.
It will be done. Okay, let's see. This is not better than that, okay. Diana, where are you? Okay. I don't know. Do dexterity, that's a lot of dexterity. Okay, let's give it to her. Well, I wouldn't say in medieval guns are better. Guns are really, really shitty, to tell you the truth. Well, from my experience, unless you are the Turks or something like that, then